Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Susanna from CodeSusanna.com, and in today's video I wanted to talk to you about how we judge other people at work. Isn't it funny how we tend to form relationships at work? So if someone is good at their job and they're delivering on time and they're nice, we tend to become friends with them. But if we have someone who is actually perceived by us not doing a great job, we're less likely to become or form any particular deeper relationships with them. And there is a bit of an interesting psychological research behind it, which says that we judge people based on three things. It's morality, sociability, and competence. And morality is really about honesty and trustworthiness. And it's, I guess, the most important at work, right? We want to trust that people will deliver the work that they are supposed to give to us, and we can trust them to deliver. So based on the research, it also does say that morality, out of all these three traits, matters the most. Let me tell you a story that is being frequently told by psychologist Tara Brach. Imagine you're walking through the woods and you see a small dog. It looks all cute and friendly, and you try to approach to pet the dog. Suddenly, the dog snarls and tries to bite you. The dog no longer looks cute and friendly, and you might be a little bit scared of the dog. And then suddenly, as the wind blows, it takes off all the leaves and you see one of the dog's legs was trapped. Now you feel compassion for the dog. You know that it has been aggressive because it was in pain and suffering. But how many times do we try to really go under the surface and understand the circumstances of the person we feel is not performing well enough at work, and we feel that we, try to do it so many times and they're still not good. But did we really try to help and understand the situation that person is going through? So I always say, do not judge what you don't understand. And maybe even if you help someone, I want you to remember that that particular person may be so terrified to share with you the actual real reason why it's causing a mistake or behavior to repeat, and you will simply never know. And oftentimes we ask ourselves, why did she do that? Why did he respond in this way? And it could be just a pure miscommunication. How many times do we consider when someone's being short with us that it's just not really about us, but it's about them perhaps being in pain, and it has nothing to do with our performance? A few years back, what happened was with me that I was looking for people and I had this person supporting me with that, and she was absolutely lovely and she helped me a great deal. So I once wrote her an email saying how amazing, we only have a few people to find and we're almost there. And somehow my email came across perhaps rude, but I was typing it very, very happily, and I thought it would be understood exactly the same way as I shared it. And then I got this really snappy email from her, and I started laughing. I said to myself, like, this is the miscommunication at its best. So I ran immediately to catch up with her, and we both laughed it off. And now, think about the times when you thought that someone was not performing as per your expectation and you got angry and you thought that they were not good. What if I told you that this person had dyslexia and he just didn't want to ever tell anyone because he or she were embarrassed about that? How would that change your judgment? How would you act? What would you do in the situation to try to help this person to perform better? And now consider this. What if you yourself did not know what was going on with you? And now I want to share a very personal example that otherwise I perhaps would not share, but I really want to hammer this one home. So a few years back, I used to work with this lovely account director. She was super sweet and everyone actually really liked her. But there was a time when people started to come to me about her performance. it was a bit uncomfortable for me. In the meantime, I knew that she had some health issues, but it didn't look very serious, so I didn't really think much of it. So people were coming to me and they started, a bit complaining, and it put me in a really uncomfortable position because you don't know if you should communicate it to your manager. On the other hand, it impacts the business that you're part of. So it was a very uneasy situation. Now, what happened next is a few months later, she was diagnosed with cancer. And what happened was, obviously she herself did not know that something else was impacting her performance. And to cut a long story short, she passed away. Similarly to our work life, also in our personal life, we judge people without ever really trying to understand. And if we do, we are perhaps just scratching the surface. We are not going deep enough. And I think it's very safe to assume that sometimes what happens is that we ourselves don't understand our actions and reactions and responses, and we go from one situation to another. We try to change it, and we try 5 times from different perspectives and angles, and then we get angry with ourselves and because it's not working out. So imagine what it feels like for someone to be judged on their willingness to try and change that behavior when they've tried so many times. Also, maybe another example of someone who actually cheated in their past, and they are first of all not really proud of it themselves, and then they actually managed to identify the reason why that behavior happened, and now they are actually with their full integrity willing to move forward. And suddenly they hear a comment, once a cheater, always a cheater. Can you imagine how hurtful this can be for someone? So if you're trying to change your relationship and if you're really trying to improve them, I mean on a really deep level, you have to start first with creating an environment of trust and non-judgment. And one thing I can guarantee you is that this, for your personal life and also for your work life, will significantly change your relationships for the better. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel, and I would absolutely love to hear any of your thoughts or comments. Please pop it down in the comment box down below, and as always, be kind, stay positive, and I'll see you next time.